My 9-year-old started singing a song I'd never heard before. It was my mother's lullaby. Mom passed 2 months ago. It took its time with her. She made it to 81. She went peacefully in her own bed with her hand in mine. My daughter Riley had only met her 4 times. Mom lived in Arizona. We're in Ohio. Long flights. They never got real time together. 2 weeks after the service, I heard Riley singing in the bathtub. A melody from when I was small. Hush, little sparrow. Mom used to sing it to me when I had nightmares. She made it up. Nobody else has ever heard that song. I froze in the hallway. I asked Riley where she learned it. She said, Grandma's been teaching me. I said, baby, Grandma's not here anymore. She looked up at me like I was the one who didn't understand. She said, she comes when I'm humming. I'm not a believer. I'm an electrician. I work with things you can measure. I told my wife. She told me, let her have it. I let it go. 2 weeks later, Riley asked me at dinner, Daddy, why don't we ever talk about your brother? I almost dropped my fork. I never had a brother growing up, but there had been one before me. He didn't make it. Born before I was. My mother never told a soul. Not my dad. Not me. She told me once, near the end. I sat by her bed and held her hand. She said his name out loud for the first time in 50 years. She made me promise. Don't ever say it again. His name was Daniel. Riley said, Grandma says Daniel says hi. She says he's been with her the whole time. I left the table. I sat in my truck in the driveway for an hour. I went back inside. I asked Riley, gentle as I could, what else Grandma talked about? Riley said, she says check the freezer, the thing in the back. She says it was for you. We have a chance freezer in the garage. Mom shipped me a box of her things in her last year. I'd never gone through it. Couldn't. I went out, lifted the lid. Cold rolled off it like a wave. At the bottom, there was a small package wrapped in foil, heavy for its size, frosted white. Mom's handwriting on a paper tag for when you're ready. I peeled the foil back. It was the top tier of her wedding cake. She kept it frozen for 43 years. The tag had a second line on the back, in case one of you ever needed proof love lasts. I sat on the garage floor and cried like a kid. That night, I asked Riley if Grandma had said anything else. She said she's not coming back as much. She just wanted to make sure you were okay. She paused. She said, before she goes all the way home, she said she wants you to sing the song to me. She said you used to know it from a place I didn't know I still had. Riley fell asleep before the second verse. 3 months passed. She doesn't sing it anymore. Hasn't mentioned Grandma since. Last week she drew a picture for school. A young woman in a long dress. She was holding a baby boy. The dress was bright yellow. Underneath, Riley wrote, Grandma and Uncle Daniel. I went to my closet that night and pulled out a box I hadn't opened in years. My parents' wedding album. I never showed Riley a single picture from it. My mother's wedding dress was yellow.